market panic, what should you do? Typically, nothing, just watch the data. Usually, as I had told you in the weekend, also, we had a very good support that is been trying to build around 24,200. And this gap down could be an opportunity for you to buy. If you recall what I said clearly on my webinar. So now we have the opportunity to buy, but it's just we have to be very careful about the risk that we define. Now, if you see Nifty, as our rule says, if I am trading about 10, and if my hourly breakout is crossing and sustained, then I am entitled, or I feel that I should be in the buying side of it. But before I even confirm on this thought process, I want to see a data just to make sure that I'm on the right page. So what is data saying? Right now, if you look into it, just a glimpse of writing, we have a 24/150 call writing going on, which means there's a people who believe that we might not go beyond we if we try to go up about 24,200, and we are building a good base around it. So what I want to see in further for me to confirm that 24,200 is again going to get respected by the end of a day or whatever, then I see some writing emerging into 24,200. So for that, I have to wait for some more time to make sure. If I have to want to trade right now, I have to define the risk, let's say 20 point, 30 point, 50, and whatever it comes, if it is getting a hit, then I'll exit. Then I'll again try to buy above the high. See, if I want to risk myself into the situation where I don't have a solid confirmation. So what is a solid confirmation right now for me? 24,200 put writing. So if I don't find it and if I still want to trade it, then I would rather take a risk that I will divide in two parts. So if I want to take 100-point risk, for example, so right now, initially, before I see put writing, I'll take a 30, 40 rupees, Nifty stop loss and then try to trade. And then maybe if it hits, I'll exit and I'll again try to buy above the recent high or whatever high right now it has made. And then I will repeat this at least for two times. That is all I want to do. If I want to really trade, and take care of my FOMO, this is how I want to trade. Coming back to the data right now, we have IT, which I have been telling you, the golden era of IT has started. Don't ignore just because people are trying to show you data, all those what AI would do to the IT, etc. Don't go by that because those are the theories which are going to get vanished the moment the move started. Move started, I told you last week also, the IT era has begun. If you want to be a long term participant, now is the time. Don't wait for anyone to tell you the margins or the profitability or this, that, pat. These are good when you're discussing on the television. They are very intellectual topics, but they doesn't help you to make money, unfortunately. Because in this market, if you don't understand the structure, the way it is presented to you in the form of a data and the charts, you will not be able to even take advantage of the fundamental data. So don't let alone the fundamental data be your driver. Mix both. Find the opportunity when it is presented to you. Take a small risk if you're a long-term investor. What will see if a trend the sector is down from so many times. So what further you can think you can lose? You can keep a stop loss of 2 or 5% maybe. Just try a risk. Last when we saw the chart, we were at the price where the it was a very structural kind of a low. So let's just go into the index and just discuss what I mean to say. So if I go to the IT index, Nifty IT, okay, now if I switch into the monthly or weekly chart, the way we had seen. Now, if you see this when we identified, this is a structural low. What do you mean by structural low? This low has been respected right from 2022, which means what market is telling you that I am not interested to go beyond this particular level. So now if I tell you fundamentally some wrong things about the index, how will it help you? Actually nothing, because if you would have actually thought about this as a serious support and you would have taken a dip of, let's say, 5, 6, 7% further from here, you would have actually been in a very good profit right now. So even now you are in a profit, and as we try to progress from here on, you will see people coming and telling you this is a temporary rally. That will be the sign for you to know that this is not temporary rally. Okay. Now we move on to the other data side of the market. PCR is absolutely bullish. Right now, if you see, we have 60% put writing going on. The base that we have, the 24,000 is at least now being decided by the market. No matter what news you throw at me, I will not go beyond that. Now the battle is really going to start once we cross 24,200. Then all the call writers will be in a panic. So we have to be watchful. We don't have to be hopeful. Instead, we will just see how the data is data is coming through by the end of the day. Now coming down, Maruti has a good short covering. So if we sustain again, we go past 14,000, then you might see emerging new rally. Aisha Motor is trying to fight it's a bearish mainly because I saw the chart structure is very weak. So right now it's the top overnight gainer for now. We have a put writing as we saw. HCL Tech has a good put writing. Nifty has a good put writing. And coming down, if I see most active open interest, highest is Aisha Motors. Godrej is trying to still, continue with the rally. Dixon is trying to rebound from the profit booking levels. And you see more often than not the IT stocks. So Dr. Reddy is very interesting pick. I want to show you that this when we move on to the other part of it. Now, if I quickly switch to the OI profile, I want to see right now if there is any active writing that I can see in 24,200 because that is what the level has been for me to know a start of a new base. Okay. For now, the wall is situated at 24,000, which is good sign. POC is at 24,000, which is again good sign, which means unless the 24,000 is crossed, we might not see any further drop. But yeah, interesting thing right now, what we see is a put has been shown some kind of a covering in writing, which means what until unless today, if I see this 1.2 CR becoming 1.5 CR and so on, or maybe crossing 1.6 CR, till that time I will feel that market might remain in the very soft and range bound kind of a move. The moment the writing is emerging, then you will see a good because see there are hardly any writers. If you see now about 24,200, the volume of the writers is very limited. So the highest writer now is sitting at 24,500. So once this particular level goes and the writers are trying to capture it, then we will see a super fast rally 24,500. Okay, we have to be watchful of that when we are trying to cross. Now let's see what else do we have. Now we'll go on to the we'll try to go on to the CPR scanner. We will have a stock where there is a narrow CPR. Narrow CPR is a CPR where there's a chances of compression move, but we try to mix it only not just with the CPR but with the data. Now, if I mix it with the data right now, I see a 24 put writing active in Nifty. It is having an extreme narrow setup. Similarly, with the Bank Nifty narrow setup, and it is trying to have a long build up via calls. Okay, this is for us to keep a note of it. Now, if we come to see if we have anything right now created into our intraday future scanner, it's only one right now. Godrej is trying to again. Now Godrej is trying to show us a short build up. So let's see what are the charts indicating over here. We'll quickly see the charts. Godrej Properties. It was a long build-up till all the way now, till now. Right now, it is trying to show a short build-up. Is surprisingly the candle is still green, which means what are we trying to have a stoppage rally over here? So we'll have to watch because maybe on the intraday basis there's a possibly short build that is going on from what we see data action. Yes, the price is falling and the open interest is rising, probably there's a short build-up, or maybe its market is trying to consolidate because it had a very good move. I think we got a signal somewhere around here, and then we had a very good rally. So we'll watch it right now. Don't just blindly go and short it. Okay, and then we'll see if we have anything else. Nothing for now. Then we'll quickly try to see position intelligence. Although I again recommend that we focus on this by the end of a day, or maybe before with 3:30, just to get a gist of what is going on. Okay, now we'll see if what is the major open interest buildup that we are able to see. Currently, it is into Fin Nifty, but being a low volume, I don't want to take it right now into super seriousness. CDSL is trying to continue from the rally it had on the Friday. Aisha Motor is trying to build up a short, so we'll have to watch how it goes. So highest open interest currently is with the Fin Nifty, and then Bank of Baroda is trying to show some. Maybe it has had a good fall. Now it is trying to recover, and maybe this is a time that you should be watchful with the shorts, at least if not continuation of long. So we'll see Bank of Baroda how charts are positioned right now. Maybe are we at a point in time where either there could be a continuation rally or maybe we have a reversal. Now, if you come down and see, we had a good shot. We were we saw this live happening with us. Now we are at this point in time where I have a good support. Now when I have good support, I have a low risk. and this is what I have right now. And the candle that I'm right now looking into is typically fitting into my stealth build-up candle. Doesn't mean that it has to be long. It could also mean that it will continue further down, which means because a trend is downwards, so we might end up continuing this way. So now it could happen both sides. Now one thing that you're right now witnessing is that we have a candle which is a pause candle, which is like a doji candle, but it is giving you good open interest, which means someone is silently trying to take some good positions over here. So while they do that, we don't have to assume anything. We have to simply take a note of the high and low, keep it on our radar. By the end of the day, we'll again try to see if we have a more open interest building up or if it is just fizzled down. Okay. So if it continues to build open interest and the price remain in this particular range, then I have opportunity for it on the next day, not today. Okay. Just keep this on your radar for you to trade next day, not today. But this is an interesting setup right now. Coming down, if I see right now, I am surprisingly seeing a Dr. Reddy, which has fallen a lot, but it is showing us a stealth build-up. Although the price movement is 1% close to close, and the open interest is 1.8%. And the net delta is surprisingly now net delta typically means that put writers are more than the call writers. So what I mean to say typically, if we go into the OI profile, when I go into Dr. Reddy, let us see where the put wall and call walls are right now located. But the price is nearly 1230. So surprisingly, the put wall is actually down below, and the call wall is 1250. So when we saw delta positivity is on the account that the put writers. Now, what is the net delta? We have taken into account the five strikes from the ATM, plus minus. So, in those five strikes, if I count total open interest from the call side, and if I count total open interest on the put side, and when I have a net delta positive, which means I have a open interest on the put side larger than the call side, which means what the support is good. Now, if I see a surprisingly POC is located at 1250, and I am sitting right now at this point in time, and I'm also trying to add some addition to some puts over there, and the call writing is also somewhere visible. So what I want to see in the real normal world, if I think the net delta positive would mean that we are trying to rebound. So what I want to see a good candle closing. Now, do we have good candle closing is what we will see right now. From the looks of it right now, the candle is bearish, but if I get some candle like this, if you can see on your Friday candle, which is kind of a doji candle, if I get at least closing a little bit higher, then I might think that we will try to rebound tomorrow maybe. But right now, for as of now, this is a wait and watch kind of situation. What I want to see is that we form some kind of a base here. Why? Because we had a very good volume candle over here. If you see this now, when I say structure high, structure lows, this is one example of this. This was a huge candle, and it's a structural. So we are taking support around this particular and trying to show a stealth build-up with the positive delta. It's a good sign. So we have to be watchful if we are trying to save this particular low. Then we might see a reversal from here. So till such time, be careful. Don't try to be over bearish.